In this video, we are talking about native modules in React Native. So Expo provides a CLI that generates a native module template for both iOS and Android. So let's write this command in the terminal and let's run it. And we have to answer a few questions. As you can see, the package name, I'm gonna leave that as default. And then what is the native module name? I'm gonna leave this as default too. The description as default. And obviously you can write a description here, more specific, more detailed. So what is the package name? I'm gonna leave this as default to the package. The author, I'm gonna leave that. Email, that one. And we are gonna need a URL for our package, so in case you want to upload this to GitHub. So I'm gonna add it like Expo Native Lab, but obviously later you can change this. I'm gonna use the same here. You can obviously change this later, right? So let's wait. Excellent. It looks like everything went okay. Now let's take a look at the folder structure. Let's navigate to the Expo Native Lab. Okay, so now let's open this in VS Code and see what we have in the folder structure. This project already includes native code for both platforms, right? iOS and Android. So let's take a look at what we have over here. So as you can see in this folder structure, we already have folders for Androids, which basically it's where we are going to write our native modules, right? And this is for Android and it is using Kotlin, right? And we have the other one for iOS, and which is using so Swift. Also this template comes with an example, right? An example basically is an app that we can test our native module, right, as we build it, right? Let's do a small change here, which is from Android. Let's add this text, and let's do the same with iOS, right, from Swift. And let's see if we can see that text in our app, right? In the example app. And basically it will be this function, right? It is called hello. As you can see, this is the name of our function, right? That we define it here, and it is defined here on Swift as well, right? So let's run our app. But before we run our app, let's clean this a little bit so we can actually see our function. And let me delete this as well. And let's run our app, right? So first, let's run our iOS app and see what we see there in the text. Excellent. As you can see, everything went okay, and we can see this text over here. So now let's run our Android app and see if we see the text that we just modified, right? So let's do the same thing. Let's run npx expo run Android, and let's see if we can see that text. Excellent. It looks like everything went okay, and we can see that text over here as well. So that means we are connected, or we are getting this text from our native code and our native iOS code as well, right? So in the next video, we are building a network inspector that basically works on both platforms, and we are basically writing Kotlin code for Android, and we are writing Swift for iOS. So let's take a look at this demo. It's very simple. And let's start. Let's make a HTTP request, and let's get the entries, right? And basically we are gonna get this type of entry. And the same thing with Android. Let's start it, and let's get a test request. Let's load the entries, and we will see this type of request, right? And if you want to see how we build this, stay tuned and see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.